on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Looney's checked in for Green. Larry Nance is checked in for the Lakers. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Young.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
1:35 left to play here in the first. Here's Dellavedova. He's covered by Andrews. And McGee kicks to Williams. McGee a screen. Williams passes to Nance. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 3. Sampson offline with his 3. Warriors leading by 5. It's Thompson off the drive. That one a little long. Here's Dellavedova. Nance outside. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Here's Dellavedova following the basket by Freak. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. And the shot falls short this time. Lakers trail by 7. Lets it go from 11. Here's McGee. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in. McGee's got his second bucket of the night.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Mozgov. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Thompson dishes to Freak. Misses the wing J.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Thompson. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. The Warriors on top. And speaking with Roy Hibbert before the game, he helped illuminate their defensive philosophy.
You want to guard the paint, and
when you have that sort of focus like Hibbert, that kind of confidence on display on a nightly basis, Greg, you are a game changer, and he does change games every night.
You know, and we saw his skill set and execution develop very rapidly over the course of just a couple years. He worked extremely hard to become the force he is on the interior in this game.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes, and early on they've been able to do that here in the first.
And guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Lakers 5 right now. Hands out there at Blatch. Then it's Thornton. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Sampson in at the 3 spot. Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Timberwolves put on a show. He ended with 31 points, and he did his thing on the defensive side as well, nabbing more than his share of steals. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance.
Yeah, that's certainly one that we'll be talking about here for a long time.
I'd say it would make it to his greatest hits file, no doubt about it.
Now here's Barnes. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Here's Temple. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And now a 6-point Warrior lead. Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to New Orleans.
And really, given how they performed offensively, guys, they just never had a chance.
Yeah, and you can see their frustration growing and growing as they continue to come up empty on their possessions. By the end, they were just happy to watch the clock wind down and move on.
And so here is Golden State after the basket by the Lakers. Barnes and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. The Warriors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And the first one drops. And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in. Barnes hits them both. Lakers trail by 6. Here's Mack. Plumlee with some nice D.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Young following the score by Golden State. And Thornton kicks to Hibbert. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Byron Scott coaching his team during the break. Young was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. Lakers passing it around. Hibbert with the screen. Here's Mack. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Andrews passes to Temple. And here is Barnes. He's got 6. The shot is off. Thornton with it. Kicks to Mack. Warriors with the rebound.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Here's Andrews. From outside off the mark. Lakers trail by 8. And Mack kicks to Young. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7.
A moment now to see the numbers for Hibbert. Getting around 12 points a game, rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
And guys, they're finally getting the consistency they wanted to see from him. Look for that to continue.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bogut's checked in. The Warriors shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Green, the screen. To the left wing. Nobody near Barnes. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Barnes has got 6 in the quarter.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Here's Mack, covered by Andrews. And the shot is good. Randall's got his 2nd basket.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And that one's good.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Young outside. He dishes it to Hibbert. Thornton passes to Hibbert. The feed to Young. 6 to shoot. A three-pointer is right on target. Young's got 15 points.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Feeds it to Green. Dishes to Temple. Pass to Andrews. Kicks to Temple. Green, the screen. Off the screen. They get it again. And that one's good. Freak's got 7 now in this quarter.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of second chance hoops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
They get the rebound. Matt, nice D from Bogut.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Freak kicks to Temple. To the paint. Here's Andrews. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Freak's got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors. And let's quickly jump to the 2K leaderboard to find out which point guards have been the highest scorers over the last month. Freak, number 1.
And you can't say enough about the value of a player like him. I mean, who can attack a defense in so many different ways from the point.
Exactly. It's just not his ability to distribute the basketball. I mean, it's the scoring punch that he provides as well. That's, to me, what makes him special as a dual-threat point guard.
He feeds it to Barnes. Here's Mozgov. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
Pass to Mack for the 3. Rebound Bogut. Bogut's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And that one's good. Freak.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Lakers trail by 14. To halt the run and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Mozgov. Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter, but right now he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Pass to Andrews. Picked by Mozgov. Freak dishes to Mozgov. No good. And the Lakers take it the other way. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
And you know, Greg, in that blowout loss that you were alluding to, it was the turnovers that really did them in. You can't give possessions away like that and expect to win. Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
Here's Mack. Here's McGee. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Andrews passes to Bogut. Golden State moving it around. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. Walking with legends here, guys. Look at some outstanding seasons, decades apart, averaging a triple-double in each game.